All right, unless you are living under a rock, the feds have announced a 50 basis point cut to the federal funds rate. That's 50 basis points. That's 0.5%. Now, what does this mean to the housing market? So to be completely clear, the federal funds rate is not the interest rate you're going to pay on the house. Also, that's typically this, I don't want to say it's the same thing, but they typically follow the same trajectory. So if you call your mortgage person right now, like as soon as you watch this, they may have not been affected just yet. I'm sure they're on the downtrend, but they may not be exactly the 50 basis points that you're looking for right now, because they follow the same trend and trajectory, but they are two separate things. Now, what does this mean for housing? It means amazing things for housing. I have my notes up right here that I'm looking at. So this is the first time, I don't know, in 4 years that the Feds dropped the rates. And one thing is concerning, and I want to talk about the reason they're doing this. The first time in 4 years that they dropped the rates. So this is a big deal. They think they have inflation under control. They want to do that whole soft landing thing, all that stuff. But the reason that they did 50 basis points instead of 25, they like doubled what everybody thought they were going to do, is because they're worried about the labor market. They're worried about people losing their jobs. They're worried about companies having massive layoffs. So if you're in a job where you're nervous about your position and things like that, this is actually probably better for that in your world than the housing market, because it's a better chance that that company doesn't do layoffs, that they are going to save money on their trade lines and have a better profit to where they don't have to report saving money by cutting employees. So that's the real meat of what's going on, and that's probably the most concerning thing for them doing it so much, so fast. With that being said, they are planning on doing another one later this year, which would be amazing if we did a half of or even a quarter basis points for interest rates, because they do follow the same trajectory. I have some notes here. It's amazing. I'm not even going to get into it, but it's dropping now from the high sevens to the low sixes, with plans to get into the high fives, which was predicted actually by a lot of outlets. It just took forever. It just took forever to get here, because the housing market is very strange and very interesting right now, because typically the spring and the summer are strong. The spring was great actually. The summer we started to see huge cuts, huge declines in prices and values and crazy things in the market. Less transactions were happening. There were less pending home sales than like ever before. We were in like 30-something%. Average days on market are going up. All the things that say, whoa, what's going on? The market's about to crash. But now the rates have just dropped a huge amount. So for most people, a percentage savings like that is anywhere from $150 to $250 a month that they're going to save. Imagine if you had a car that was that much cheaper. I know it's not a car, but like that's a huge difference. If you're not in the housing market and you don't know, that's a huge difference for people. That kind of happened overnight. And again, it takes time for it to all happen. But what's going to happen is you're going to see a lot more buyers come back into the market. And because of that, you're going to see a lot more sellers selling their homes, because a lot of buyers are sellers. And what's going to happen is our market's just going to kick up and keep pumping, and the value of real estate is just going to continue to grow. Typically, you'll see a little bit of a drop down in values over the holidays, the Christmas season, just because it's normal, it's cyclical. The real estate market, it does like 2 steps forward, 1 step back every year. I'm excited to see what happens, because it's like everything's on sale, or going to be on sale, because people are saving so much money. So if you have any questions about your particular life and your situation, real estate, feel free to reach out. I have a bunch of these YouTube videos. We drop them every Tuesday. And my name is Charles, eXp Realty, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.